First of all, I'd like to congratulate Half-Life 2 for turning 18 years old. You're now looking at a game that can now legally drink and drive. But let's not do that at the same time, please. That wouldn't be great. Alright, so let's celebrate the birthday of this wonderful little game by not talking about it. Instead, we're going to look at a mod for the original Half-Life that aims to expand the story of one of the often not talked about as much expansions called Half-Life Decay. And that mod is called Half-Life Recovery, and it's under heavy development right now, and it's showing a lot of promise. So, let's have a look at it.
LambdaGeneration.
Half-Life Recovery is a mod for the original Half-Life created by Russian modder Ilalia that started development around 2020. The aim of the mod is pretty simple, to essentially serve as a fan-made sequel to the official Half-Life expansion called Half-Life Decay. It follows Colette Green, partner of Gina Cross, as she looks for a way for her and Dr. Keller to leave the Black Mesa research facility. In order to achieve this goal, she would need a portable teleportation device, as trying to get out on foot is one dangerous goal she does not want to try and start on. On her way to obtain this device, she will meet many enemies and new friendly NPCs that can either help her on her way or try to stop her dead in her tracks. And some time paradoxes and time warp ideas will be touched upon as well. And we'll apparently be meeting the most mysterious character in the entire Valve universe. Oh, you know it has to be Gus, right? Apart from the new story, the mod promises to have a dozen of newly made and original maps to run, think, shoot, and live through. We'll get to those later. It has 4 different chapters, an arsenal taken from opposing force, and apparently we'll be seeing new enemies as well. This campaign will be solo though, so no co-op play like in the original Half-Life Decay. This was probably done because that would require more technical planning and know-how. Designing a good co-op game is hard, people. There is also a weapon not taken from opposing force, but from Team Fortress Classic, the Flamethrower, which will not only allow you to fry your enemies crispy, but also to light the way in the otherwise cold and dark hallways of the Black Mesa research facility. Talking about those cold and dark hallways, let's talk about the mapping work in this mod, because this might be one of the main reasons why I'm even talking about this mod, because look at this amazing mapping work right here. These maps are rich in detail, have great lighting, and the atmosphere is spot on. It honestly looks like something that Valve or Gearbox could have done. I especially like this shot from the chapter called Curve Line that at least partially takes place in a warehouse of some sorts. It's super detailed, textured really well, and again, it's lit super nicely. I can't wait to be shooting those soldiers once this mod comes out. This cliffside walkway map also looks pretty amazing. Apparently it's inspired by the Counter-Strike map DE Prodigy, which had a similar looking walkway. I do like the Half-Life Recovery one better though, obviously, as it's more detailed. This shot from the chapter called Syncope also looks pretty cool. With all of these HGV suit NPCs riding with you on an expedition into Zen and with the Tau cannon hung up on the wall, there's just a lot of nice details going on here. The last map screenshot I want to take a look at here is this one from Vector Refraction, which clearly shows some Race X shenanigans going on. Now, I'm not sure if it's confirmed for Race X to appear in this mod. It does talk about new enemies, so maybe the developer means that Colette has to face Race X for the first time. And hey, the Shock Roach and Spore Launcher are both in the mod, and those are technically from Race X, so I guess we'll see. It's also worth mentioning that Ilalia is getting help from a team called Hazard Team. Now, there are loads of teams out there that are called Hazard Teams, so let me just tell you that these are the developers of Half-Life Field Intensity, which is a mod we have covered before and a mod that was pretty darn good and well made, so this is pretty promising. As for gameplay for Half-Life Recovery, there is not a whole lot shown yet besides this teaser that was uploaded to YouTube on September 25th this year. It's really nice to see these maps in action with Mother by Danzig playing in the background. If you have played GTA San Andreas, you will probably recognize this song. Half-Life Recovery is aimed to be released in episodes, each chapter being 1 episode, so that would mean that we're probably going to see 4 of them. And after the release of the final episode, all episodes will be merged into one big mod so that you can play it seamlessly. So you can either play it early, but in chunks, or you can wait for the entirety of the mod to be done and play it then to have a more streamlined and seamless experience. When these episodes/chapters will be released is still quite unknown, but I'm sure we'll be hearing about it at some point very soon, as these maps already look like they're very nearly done, if not completely done already. And that's about it for Half-Life Recovery. A bit of a shorter video than usual, but sometimes that's all you need, right? So what do you think of Half-Life Recovery? Like the maps? Like the way it expands on the original story of Half-Life Decay? Or do you absolutely hate it and want nothing to do with it? Let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to read them all, even though I may not be able to respond to them all. Also, I don't mention this often, but if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you do like my content, then I highly encourage you to hit that button. It's completely free and you'll be getting notifications every single time I upload a new video, when I go live, and you'll even be getting our community posts on your home feed. I'd really appreciate it if you do so.